A wild tour story. Well, I remember this one time I was in Santa Cruz, and we was doing a show with Cypress Hill. This was way back, of course. And one of my buddies got drunk, and he got on stage and just started dancing with Cypress Hill, and they threw him off the stage, of course, right? And then, so Sendog was like, oh, I'm gonna stage dive too. So Sendog jumps off the stage, wah! And everyone just parts, and he just knocked out on the floor. That's one story. And then this other one, I was at, that B-Boy party, freestyle sessions. You know, they had like a separate area with everyone's pop locking, and another area where everyone's B-boying. There was a gang of people, and there was another room with just all poppers and shredders and robot guys. It was dope. They were playing electro music. And everyone's like doing a robot and stuff. Everybody, like girls, guys, it just was everywhere. Like 500 people doing like robot and stuff. And this one old guy, these people were crowded around him like, oh, this guy must be sick. And I go look in the cypher, and it's just an old man popping crazy 6L, but he was just totally naked. You know, he got the white hair on his nuts and everything. And it was just like, okay. He was just doing his thing. You know, I guess he wanted to be unique, whatever. Yeah, people probably didn't see him because it was just cypher, you know, so he was just in that circle. If you got lucky to look, it was just like, okay, you know, he's OG and being original. A crazy tour story, probably this one in Miami. We were going back from the gig to the hotel. There was a guy swerving on the road, and we were like, hey, let's follow him. He's probably gonna get into an accident. Let's check it out. You know, because we can't stop him, but on the road, and it was like he was swerving. We're like, oh man, look at this guy swerving. We were just following him, then he just sees this. There was a cop car parked on the side, and he just slams right into it, and we parked behind him to see if he was okay. And the cop got out, get out the car, motherfucker, you going to jail. And he was like, give him the license. Invisibl Skratch Piklz, a memorable moment. Oh man, that world is really super nerdy. The only thing, I mean, and I'm a nerd too, so in that world, it's more like, you ever see those guys that play yo-yo? Like those yo-yo competition, they be going on crazy. It's kind of like that with scratching, like, oh, check this out. So I don't know if there was much that interesting stuff. It's more like, what about this combo? What, that goes to this? And it's like, oh, that's sick. What about this goes with that? We battled the Executioners a long time ago when we first got the name Invisibl Skratch Piklz. It was in 1996, and Rock Raider was alive, and I remember Executioners, we was battling them. They were kind of like a little aggressive, like, you know, like mad at us, and it was hot back then. We were sweating, and because there was like no ventilation in the whole battle. It was the second battle in a club, and it was a gang of people. It was packed, and it was like somebody had a bucket of water right there, right? And then it was either I could be like, you know what, I ain't gonna give these guys no water because this, you know, I want them to like suffer up there. But then it's like, you know what, yo, Raider. And he was like, oh, bro, I love you. And so it was kind of like a very nice, like a thing. You know, I see all these DJs battling, they want to fight, and it's like they take it to another level. But it was like, nah, man, this is all for fun. So that was a very pleasant thing. And Raider was like, man, I could hug you right now. That was a great memory for me because it was like very, like we're homies still, even though we're like talking shit about each other on the turntables, you know. A memorable Rock Raider moment would be when I first met him, the way he got his name, he was on a radiator. And he said, the way I got my name was because I was rocking back and forth on a radiator. And someone said, you're a rock radiator. And so he named himself Rock Raider from that. But that's what he told me.